Okay, so today what we did was, I'm going to go through a little bit of a brief of what we actually did with Stephen today. In general, just when I do golf lessons, one of the big things we look to do is we look to collect data. So the more data, the better. And we do this with a number of things. The first thing we do is physical screening. And obviously we've gone through the physical screening. It's 12 screens which we worked through. With Stephen, we noted there was only one major screening that popped up, and that was his ability to lat test. So he had slightly shortened lat specifically on his left side, which would theoretically affect his ability to get his arms up in his golf swing. What was quite interesting is when we went across to actually do the other data, our kinematic data, which is 3D, and our video analysis, as well as our pressure or force plates, we noticed that even though he has that shortened lat, it wasn't a direct effect to his golf swing at this present moment. It might be something we look at later, but for now it actually wasn't. What we looked at was, when we put him on the 3D data, we noticed that his pelvis actually wasn't moving very well, and we noticed his pelvis would climb up through his golf swing. So with the 3D, we were able to figure out exactly where it was. Then we put him on the pressure plates, and from the pressure, we would basically be able to identify where his feet were. And what we noticed was he was actually sitting really deep in his right foot. So as he would make his backswing, he would shift his weight to the outside of his foot, which would mean that on his downswing, instead of being able to transfer weight directly across to his lead foot, he would actually push off the right foot and lift his right hip up, which would cause his club to get very high, or his hands to get very high in front of him, dropping the club way behind him, meaning that basically he can hit the ball anywhere. So like I said, I think the big thing with this is we're just trying to get an idea of the more data we collect, the easier it is for us to assess. And we ended up, through this process of collecting data, we could give him a very simple solution where basically all we do is get him feeling like he keeps his right hip heel on the ground, and then feeling like he's swinging under or keeping that right hip down as he swings through. Just gives him a bit more control of what's in. So I mean, the main goal here is the more data, the simpler the solution basically becomes.